to WWE from the LA territory. Like, from what I've read, you worked or around like the Macho Mans and the Bret Harts and the Jake the Snakes. Did anybody test you coming in from LA?
No, honestly, no. The only time I had an incident was with Adrian Adonis.
Oh,
and that was
no.
strictly because he was drunk and high on cocaine. If it wasn't for that, and he hit me in the mouth, he first hit me in the crotch. I bent over in the middle of the ring. This is in San Diego at the sports arena. And as I bent over, he came up with an uppercut, caught me right under my nose, put 27 stitches on the inside and outside of my mouth. That was the only incident I ever had. I work with.
Well, Bill, if I can stop you there, Bill, if you don't mind, if I could stop you there for a second, did Adrian apologize to you afterwards? And if we can explore just a little bit, Adrian, in general.
Right. No, he did not apologize. And not only that, to add insult to injury, this was in April of '83. So this was like a month after the expansion from March of '83 when Vince came out. Mike LaBelle was still acting kind of as a semi-road agent for Vince, with kind of overseeing his talent that he brought into the undercards, like Gordon and Goliath, me, and others, to let Pat Patterson know and others, what our skill level is, what this is, what that is, who we are. So they got to know us, and Mike would show up at the shows. Well, as I walked back through the curtain that night, I was gushing. I had a flow like a water hose coming out of my mouth and nose of blood. The first thing I did, I hit the curtain to the dressing room. Mike was there to meet me, Michael Bell, and he says, "What did you do to Keith?" He's sticking up for him. And I go, "Mike, what did I do to him? Look at my face." And he says, "You had to do something to piss him off." I says, "No." I said, "There's something wrong with him." And it was a while later. I was a bit naive, still in '83, to the business about the guys drinking and doing drugs. As wise as I thought I was, street smart, I wasn't. I still was a kid at heart, and I thought the best of people. And I thought we all went in with the same philosophy of working. And I didn't understand the mentality of getting drunk every night and drugs and all that stuff. I wasn't into that.
Bill, I'm sorry, Bill, not to put you on the spot, but do you feel that Adrian Adonis was a bad person, and has this affected Adrian Adonis's not being in the WWE Hall of Fame, the way he was as a person?
Well, I can tell you, to jump ahead, and I'll get back to your question. To jump ahead, I forgave him for all his misgivings with me. I worked with him one more time, and he was even more drunk and even more drugged up, to the point where he actually snorted the top rope when he went into the ring, snorted it from one turnbuckle to the other in front of the fans. True story, LA Sports Arena. I forgave him for all of that, but I do believe he took advantage of me and took advantage of a lot of others that obviously Dan Spivey rectified eventually, that I didn't even hear about until a couple of years ago, to be honest with you. I didn't even know that Dan Spivey story until a couple of years ago. And so I think, unfortunately, I think Adrian was viewed as an asshole, to put it bluntly, if you don't mind me using that language.
Not at all.
I think that's the way he was viewed. I think he had a hell of a lot of talent and could have gone a lot farther. I can tell you this one more thing involving Adrian. I saw him 6 months before he died up from his car accident in Canada. He was back in Bakersfield on a little couple-week visit, visiting his wife and kids. And I auditioned for a TV commercial in Hollywood, and Adrian was there too. He was straight as an arrow, and we talked for about 10 minutes. He told me he was straight as an arrow. He said, "I haven't done nothing I stopped drinking. I haven't done any drugs. And he was confessional and all of that. And he says, I'm going back to Vince this fall, and I'm trying to lose weight. And it's going to be a new Adrian Adonis. And then he went back up to Canada and ended up dying in that car accident. So I left him with a sad note of knowing that I in my mind, he was cleaning up and he was trying to come back as a good version of Adrian Adonis, and not the way a lot of people try to remember him, and and what he did to me and things like that.
Great story, Bill. Gonna get a little serious with you. You've been around Vern Gagne. You've been around all the great promoters. Couple things I want to cover, Jimmy.
Yeah.
500 level has now improved on the M&P code. Now go to MP30 for 30% off. Jimmy, I got to tell you something, right? I was at the beach again, 500 level. If you guys haven't looked at the shirts, right, go to the website. It's incredible. And I got to be honest, right? So it was a little chilly today. I brought the dogs to the beach. I was off work for the Jewish holidays,
today.
right?
It's cold.
It wasn't cold,
Yeah.
but I have from 500 level, I have a Roman Reigns sweatshirt. Now, usually sweatshirts are not always the nicest fabric, unless I'm into really nice fabric because I just don't like things up against my skin. So usually I'll get thinner type of shirts, but this is a heavy sweatshirt. The fabric, unbelievable. And you're going to get a deal at 30% off, Jimmy. I mean, my God, it's a no-brainer, guys. I am telling you, once you get one shirt from them, you'll get 50. I guarantee it. And they've got all the sports. Yeah, dude, tell me what you think of it, Jimmy.
They're so comfortable. I got to get a long sleeve now. I'm telling you, I got to, because it was chilly today, especially for a guy who's been in Panama City Beach the last 2 years. It was chilly today, and I love the material. It's so silky. Is that the right word for it? I don't know.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, dude.
It's so comfortable. So, yeah, I got to get myself some leveled long sleeves. That's for sure. 30%.
And again,
off,
it doesn't, they got plenty of wrestling stuff. They got baseball stuff. They've got football. They got everything, dude. MMA. They got it all, man. And I'm telling you, it's very high quality. Again, 500 level code MP30, 30% off. So if a T-shirt costs you $20, what's 30% off on $20, dude?
It's enough. 10 plus another 20% tacked on top. Not much. It's a steal. It's a steal.
I agree. I want to remind everybody too, the Monte The Pharaoh show, hit the QR code, be willing to check out our shows on YouTube, where we got almost 24,000 subscribers. Go to our Facebook page where we're approaching 27,000 subscribers. And again, if you feel like donating to the show, please go to the Monte The Pharaoh webpage, hit donate. Helps us bring in more guests. Trying to entertain Jim. We've got the big event coming up, so a lot of good stuff happening right now.